All right, guys, this story is very interesting, and I think you guys will like the topic. It is around orgasm, female orgasm.
Yes.
Oh, I'm an expert.
You're an expert. How did we get there?
I saw one time.
I thought these don't happen.
I was on the computer though.
Yeah. Came and went.
Damn. Okay.
I could teach you about your orgasm.
How do you get to orgasm
Please,
on a
please.
female? How do you get there?
So here's how you guys come.
Well, it starts off with them making enough sandwiches. He gets primed out.
Oh yeah, get some
They
ready.
get really wet.
It gets that viscosity
So
going.
right.
Gets the viscosity.
Yeah.
Girls like sandwiches.
Get
We
some
like eating
wet.
them, yeah. I like eating
making up.
sandwiches. Okay, anyway, so this story here is about this company called One Taste. Okay, it is a sexuality-focused wellness education company based in the Bay Area, and it's best known for classes on orgasmic meditation, aka
They try to channel their orgasm through just.
no, aka Okay, so anytime I say it means orgasmic meditation.
Okay.
It's funny because it's a chant.
Yeah. It's the sound of the, is the sound of the universe.
Little play on sounds there.
Yeah, so the way that you is it's a 15-minute practice, and you must have a partner to stroke you, and
Sounds fun to me.
I think you just need the stroking part. Yeah. I don't think you need anything
You
else.
can come from just from that.
I think if you're making any noise, and you'd probably come from that, yeah. I mean, you tell us. You're the woman.
Yeah, you tell
So
us. We don't know
according to so this was all created by this chick named Nicole Deonde.
She could do this.
Yeah. Why doesn't she just do that?
Why does she have to have a partner?
Yeah.
Because the whole point of it is that you need to lose control and like lose yourself and meditate in the pleasure of what you're experiencing, and you can't do that if you're doing
I
it
disagree
yourself.
because I think women should always be in control.
You go, girlfriend! You go, girlfriend!
The only thing that made me laugh was your face. The face you gave.
It's always that shit though. It's the fucking most frustrating,
Most
pandering
lips
bullshit.
ever. But yeah. Oh, excuse me. So Nicole, she founded this company, One Taste, in 2001, and offered orgasm training for women who were seeking to develop their sexuality or heal from sexual trauma.
Is she finger banging her clients?
So she wasn't, but she had like
Oh.
it's like this whole thing. Bottom line is the FBI is involved.
Oh.
They're looking into
That's
it.
what I was getting to. It sounds like a sex organization.
They're calling it a sex cult.
Perfectly put, Tiff. Thank you.
Because a lot of the ex-staffers, they're saying that it's basically a sex cult because there is a messianic
Messianic.
leader,
Godlike figure.
exactly, like a godlike figure in
like
this.
yoga studios.
Yeah, so then they're saying like orgasm is God, and then Nicole is like the Jesus or like the Muhammad.
And through her, you can achieve orgasm.
She's the prophet of orgasm.
So this is Nicole.
But does she give you an orgasm though?
No, she doesn't touch.
But she certifies
For disciples.
Yeah.
They do the work.
Certified disciples.
So this is what looks like. So what happens here is
There's multiple girls getting finger banged at the same
Yes.
time.
So they had these classes. So it's like group masturbation.
dick
pretty much.
cycles.
People always fall for all this shit. I love it.
Okay, so then what ends up happening here is what's happening here is like these women are paying thousands of dollars. I'll tell you the exact numbers in a second. They're paying a lot of money to do
Damn.
these training classes, and then they get sucked in further and further, and then they end up getting like kind of brainwashed.
They get
and-
sucked up too?
No.
They get sucked in, and then they get fucked in.
And then so they end up like the people that are like really deep into this,
That was tight.
they end up living in these like communal homes. And
It's always these communal homes.
It's always the dorms, man.
Same story.
And then so people are not alone ever. There's even someone sleeping in the bed with them. There's at least someone with them. Their phones are constantly going off, so they're never getting like true rest. They're also working like 100 hours a week. And this is all like from certain staffers. So other staffers are like, nah, these are lies or whatever it is. Like they're trying to protect the company, but
So what are the women doing? Like they get their finger banged and then they become like certified or whatever, and it becomes like, is it like CrossFit where like you're like now certified, now you can go finger bang with our technique?
Yeah.
well, I don't know about certified, but what ends up happening is that now they get these men and women to now become salespeople, and they
Can I masturbate you?
and then they are like they pretty much entice people to come in with these like free sessions first.
hell yeah.
And then they end up like locking people in, and then so the ex-staffers say that they were pretty much pushed into like just do whatever it takes to make this sale, get these people
suck
in
their
here.
dick or something?
Pretty much prostitution.
Wow.
Yeah, like they were encouraged to have.
Are they encouraged never to talk to their family again after they join? Because that always seems to be part of it.
That's the one part that was missing from here.
So
Because
there are
I know
benefits
that
of this one.
I see.
Well, this one they go. Please tell your parents and everyone to come over and get jacked.
And you can sign them up.
Yeah.
Sign them up.
Sign them up. You do
Well,
whatever it
There
takes.
was a guy that he abandoned his sons.
Yeah, so there was this one guy. Okay, well, first of all, this chick, Rachel, she is pretty much like the one that's like the worst, apparently. So Bloomberg back in 2018.
Like
did
it
this
takes a
whole-
long time to come with her?
No.
Incredible.
So back in 2018, Bloomberg did this entire expose around One Taste, and a lot of ex-staffers were pinpointing Rachel. So she was chief of sales, and she was the one that's pretty much like pushing people into prostitution, pushing people into debt, because all these staffers, they're part of the program too, so they're paying thousands and thousands of dollars to still be there. And they're also, she encouraged people to get these money, or get money from their co-members. And so a lot of the times they end up like marrying each other.
Wow.
And like
Well, they're
she ended
taking
up,
it seriously. That's good. But other people should look at their example and try to take it that seriously.
so then she ended up marrying a different member, and that's the guy, this guy. So
Yum.
he came in. So they were actually targeting lonely, wealthy tech guys in NorCal.
I thought it was a service for women though.
And
and beautiful women.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so they reversed it.
So they would target these women, and then target these men. So like for him, for example, he came and
That was really sick.
I know I'm doing a lot of these puns on purpose. So he ended up saying that he felt really stressed out and really tied down by his young son, who the mother. So he ended up having a son in college, and because the mother decided to keep the kid, and then Rachel ends up telling him like. Or actually Nicole ends up telling him like, you don't have to be tied down by the decision that she made, so you're absolved of all responsibility towards your son.
This always happens in cults. Do you notice?
Yeah, and then so he ended up being in One Taste, eventually marrying Rachel, and it was just really interesting.
I mean, but if they give bomb ass hand job,
right, you can see why.
fuck, that's really hard to
so
resist.
the men are not. The men
Just
are
a hand
so
job?
Okay, so oming is this practice, like I said, where the woman lays down in like her in a butterfly position. The man is.
So the guys aren't getting anything. They're just like having a blast, just like blasting them.
Well, the thing is, so like the claims here is that there's like this insane, powerful connection between two people, and because you're supposed to be meditating, so the practice starts off with, like you have to create your nest, and then once you create the nest, then the man like ends up verbally describing what the vagina looks like to the woman, and then he puts on a glove and then puts like a dime-size amount of lubricant on his thumb or index finger, I don't remember.
I'm glad they use
And then-
PPE though.
Yeah, and then he ends up asking for permission, like, can I touch your pussy now? They say pussy. Weird.
Oh,
And
That's not weird.
I think it's weird.
That's good stuff.
I think it's weird if they're trying to make it super like.
I don't think there's anything weird about a pussy.
That's right, Tiff. Stop trying to hold down your.
Stop it! Just stop it!
No, so the reason why it's so weird too is because they keep trying to separate. They're like, oming is not sex. Don't use oming for foreplay. This is a sacred practice, and it's like you're supposed to get all this energy from oming, and it's supposed to be like
Don't be
treated with
moaning during
respect.
your oming.
No, they do moan a lot. And then so then these men, they end up focusing on the upper left quadrant of the vagina. And so they end up, so like if this is the vagina, it's like right here.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Why not the
Wow,
right
that's
side?
a big pussy.
So then
Which are they're beautiful.
And they should be. The bigger the better.
so like right here, right?
Upper left.
No. When they show you the diagram, it's this part. So then the guy No, hold on.
No, hold on is about right, by the way. No, hold on. Come on.
They end up pulling the hood up, and then with the thumb or some shit. No, yeah, you do start from the entry.
Okay.
And then so you start from the entry, and then you pull it up, and then because there's a whole fucking YouTube video on this. I was fascinated by it. And then the guy ends up getting the same amount of pressure that you use to touch your own eyelid. You use that pressure, you just go up and down for 15 minutes. And it's,
No, that's too long.
and then but then they were and then they tell you to do it.
Damn, I'd rather use my mouth.
So for these
lazy.
staffers, they ended up in this communal home. They would at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then they were also doing this thing where Rachel would make people do aversion practice, where it's you gotta find the person that you don't like, that you find the most disgusting, and go have sex with them.
Wow.
And then if you're stressed, dude, you're stressed. You're pissed off with Chelsea over there. You two go fuck it out.
That kind of sounds
girls?
fun.
No,
That sounds cool.
Man,
Sounds like
If I knew that, I'd be trying to annoy every single girl there.
Yeah.
I got a problem with her. And her.
Damn, they all hate me, dude. Fuck.
So what's wrong with this exactly?
It sounds really fun.
so the FBI. So after
It
Bloomberg.
sounds worth the money.
Yeah, how do you join?
Yeah. The best membership I've ever heard about. I have Amazon Plus and I don't even use it that much.
Yeah.
So the FBI started investigating in One Taste activities 2 years ago after the Bloomberg's
Did they go undercover and they're the FBI agents learning how to finger bang a girl and
Well, the allegations,
best undercover operation ever.
the allegations included sex trafficking, prostitution, and violations of labor law. And
Now
because
that's sad.
so they were making people the part-time person. They were working 100 hours a week,
wow.
and then they were saying that they were pretty much peer pressure, whatever it is, coerced into just reporting 30 hours, and then they wouldn't get paid for months, and then they would end up getting this one guy, he ended up saying hey, we haven't been paid for months, I got bills to pay, what's going on? And then they were they started shaming him and saying
You're getting coming so much.
no, it's you're not a believer. This is a typical startup. Everyone works for free. You should be. You're not loyal to this company if you're not willing to put up with whatever is being thrown at you. You're living in a scarcity mentality, and yeah. So they pretty much peer pressured people into violating labor. They were violating labor laws pretty much. And also the whole sex trafficking and prostitution part, in order to make a sale, people were
Footnotes.
expected to have sex with the potential clients, men and women. And yeah, so it's a pretty scandalous.
So tech guys and beautiful girls, huh?
And also older women.
Oh, yeah.
Older rich women.
Older rich women because
They're lonely and horny. They're treat me like I'm 23 again.
Yeah.
yeah, no, because they got hooked because they would they talk about this one nurse.
I've been finger banged like this in college.
Yeah, this one nurse, 53-year-old private nurse in LA, because they had multiple locations, and she started taking classes and joining daily Om circles in 2014, and then she says that she was overwhelmed by the community's affection. They were young women treated her like a confidant, and men half her age paid attention to her. So she ended up moving into an Om house in Santa Monica. She signed up for the coaching program. Her life felt good, but then staffers would turn cold towards her if she was hesitant to buy more classes.
Conditionally? It was all conditional?
Yeah, and then so she was frozen out, and so she ended up growing more desperate for their affection. So then she would get further into debt. Even Rachel at one point pulled out her laptop to help this other girl to open up a credit card just so she could continue to pay for these classes.
Wow.
And yeah, it was
Masturbation class?
And then it was crazy because One Taste, it got so popular because a whole bunch of publications were talking about One Taste and oming and how it's this crazy new wellness
Revolutionary.
revolutionary thing.
That's why you can always trust publications. And I've always said that.
Especially the big ones. The bigger they are, the more trustworthy.
That's exactly right.
But yeah, even in 2015, a company paid $325,000 as a settlement for a labor dispute with the former sales rep, and and so she was claiming that Rachel chick would order her to sleep with customers and managers and all this other stuff. It was just scandalous.
Crazy.
Looks like they got into a sticky situation.
Man, one time, this story reminded me of this girl I used to date like right after high school, and you know, I went down on her, and like, of course I know where her fucking clit is, right? I know where to go. And so after like she orgasmed, she's like, you wanna know a little secret? There's a little button. I'm like, bitch, I know, I just made you come. What are you talking about? She's like, you wanna know a secret? There's a little button down there.
She woman-splained to you after coming?
After I made her come, bro. And I was like, yeah.
No.
Stupid. And then I charged her.
There we go.
Wait, are you sure she didn't fake it? Because she's like, it sounds like
Actually,
she's like,
you
so
missed the
next
button?
time.
Yeah, she's like, okay, she got bored and she was like, okay, here's what you needed.
Yeah, next time.
Ready?
Yeah, I think you missed it, Tim. That story doesn't make you sound good.
No, you can't. It was huge. It was a huge clit, like a thumb.
She was probably like, oh, did you know what you just did? You probably don't even know.
She's like, you actually just sucked my dick.
I'm like, oh my God, Sean Connery.